We had no option but to authorize a delegation to go to Beijing to conduct a negotiation forced upon us. It was the same governor of Eastern Tibet, Ngabo, who was chosen to lead this delegation. We told Ngabo that he could open negotiations with my authority on the condition that the Chinese advance no farther. In April 1951, my delegation arrived in Beijing and formal discussions began. Although there was sporadic communication with the team by wire at the beginning, thereafter there was silence while I waited at the monastery in Yadong. Then, on May 23rd, 1951, while listening to my old bush radio, I heard on the Tibetan language broadcast from Radio Peking that a 17-point agreement for the peaceful liberation of Tibet had been signed that day by the People's Republic of China and what was described as the local government of Tibet. You can imagine my shock. The broadcast went on to say Tibet had been occupied for the last 100 years by aggressive imperial forces who had carried out all kinds of deceptions and provocations, plunging the people into the depths of enslavement and suffering. I felt physically sickened by this cocktail of lies and insults. Only after my delegation returned to Lhasa did I discover what had actually happened during the negotiations. My representatives were coerced, insulted, abused, and threatened with personal violence against themselves as well as military action against the people of Tibet. As the delegation sat down to negotiate, they were presented with the already prepared text of a 10-point draft agreement. My delegation argued that Tibet is an independent country and produced evidence to support the case. The Chinese side, of course, dismissed this. They then revised the original 10-point draft into a 17-point document and presented this as a final ultimatum. Under duress, the Tibetan delegation had no choice but to yield. In the absence of any communication with me or my government, Ngabo and his colleagues had no authority to sign any agreement on behalf of Tibet. Still, the Chinese asked if Ngabo had brought the official seal of the Tibetan government, and although he had the seal of the governor of Eastern Tibet with him, he denied possessing any seal. Undeterred, the Chinese then forged new seals for each delegate and had the document signed on May 23rd, 1951, effectively in the individual names of the 5 Tibetan delegates.